What's up, guys? It's Ninja Hana Ninja, and basically today I have a video for you. Boom! It is a video by the vocalist. Now I haven't seen it. However, I have watched a video of hers. So it was a Metallica one. I kind of know her now. I know enough basically. And I kind of, good. And so I listened to it, and I can put up with her bullshit, basically, right? And to forgive the words I use, I come from a fucked up world. Okay, so you may be, oh my god, it's so vulgar. I understand. This is just normal speech over here, so just calm down. Calm your tits, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, um, the point is I'm going to like kind of respond. I'm not gonna listen to a lot, but I want to point out like basically I'm a teacher per se, and I'm showing the world how to like. Cause the world doesn't know what the fuck good music is anymore. They don't know what a good car is or a good band. They don't know what real versus fake, and they don't understand why real matters more than fake, or why they take synthetics over the real shit. But meanwhile, the rich people have their own personal farms because the natural real shit keeps them alive, and you're dying because of synthetic fake bullshit. And this is to get you to understand. And again, like, and this is how they're in control of America. And why they're like, oh, you don't want those rights. They're all just in the way. And then you don't have the rights anymore. And they fucking ass. Because you're being protected by the rights. You're dumb. Anyways, so I try to teach. And this, I think, seems to be your most viewed, but a lot of people skip, apparently. But again, the point is to teach people how to think and appreciate. And you are a good example from what I've seen. You know how to appreciate, though you might over appreciate. I would say, like that's why I say calm your tits, because like I understand you're like, oh, it's so good, but you guys just kind of let it flow, let it go, let like be part of it, you know. So, anyways,
Diving into the world of metal. Welcome back. You guys know I have slowly been diving into the world of metal music. I'm loving it. And I'm very excited for today's video. I feel like it's almost sort of a rite of passage here on YouTube. I have not heard the band Disturbed ever.
for the record, this is why I watched or why I chose this video is because Disturbed is actually my number one band that I like. And good Corn Limp Bizkit, fucking Bad Romance, what is it called? Something Company, Trust Company. That's what it was. I don't know. There's a lot of songs, a lot of bands, a lot of bullshit, but Disturbed is my number one. My Linkin Park is one. So there's a lot of bands I like, but again, Linkin Park. And for the record, by the way, it's because you have to hear them. Like personally, this is something I said offline or online, but unrecorded. Basically, is I don't appreciate something until I've seen it at potentially at its worst. Basically, like a relationship. Like I don't want to date a girl who wears a lot of makeup because I don't know, wake up to her and she looks like a fucking the ass of a wolf. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. If that's you're hiding, it's not makeup at that point. It's a mask up, basically. And I don't want that. I want a girl that will like look like me per se, right? When we wake up, but then she can look hella pretty. You know, like I can look hella good if I want to. Like anybody can look decent, right? But I don't give that to anybody. I don't give it to anybody. and that's kind of why I'm getting fat and losing. Like, cause I had no reason for fucking like no one. I don't care for anybody, but and also people that see a relationship as a reason to stop trying. It's like, oh, I'm married, I fucking give up. It's like, no, no, no. That's when you start trying. Is when you're married and you both live until like you have a relationship for 100 plus years or whatever because you both live forever because you loved it. Anyways. Go.
So this will be my first time hearing and reacting, and we are going to listen to their cover of The Sound of Silence.
Swallow wrong. This is live, by the way. Again, gotta point out because kids don't fucking know. They like, oh, who cares? This doesn't sound as good as they pull up some fake studio quality bullshit and compare it to your actual live performance. That, anyways.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Her reaction's all funny because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains.
For the record, I don't know it. I just know him, so.
Within the sound of silence, in restless streets.
This almost sounds like Gregorian chant, like when it was open. I think that's what stuns me every time of like when you think about metal music is that even if they do growl, even if they scream, even if they distort their voice in an incredible way, these are vocalists, these are singers, they're musicians
They used to be, now they're being replaced by robots.
who
And kids don't know the difference. Yay!
really understand their voices. I just need to watch this again.
That's fine. But there's a dude named Toddler One. I get hella hate because I'm showing all the red flags. Basically, like in a relationship, you want to see the red flags, and I get hated on for pointing them out. Instead of, hey, thank you for saying this, it's a fuck you, how dare you point out that he's a faker, he's a liar, and he's full of shit, and following him will lead me off a cliff. How dare you awaken me to that? That's basically what the world says, but yeah. I say it because that's the future with music and shit.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Okay, I'm gonna start pointing out some very, very good technical things. When he said friend and again, those are such, an N is such a great consonant to just hang out on because it's basically a hum. And so you can still have glorious vocal production, very healthy, open throat vocal production, but little bit forward resonance just by like hanging on to that sound. Hear that again. It's so pretty. It is so pretty.
Darkness, my old friend.
She hasn't heard nothing yet.
I've come to talk with you again.
I can't wait till it gets going.
Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain.
I loved when that stood out to me the first time. So you hear these like very relaxed
No, you hear.
breaths between kind of shorter phrases, and he sort of suspended his air there. Let me.
And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains
You ain't heard nothing yet.
within the sound of silence.
Remember, the number one.
In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound
Here we
of
go.
silence.
They're making
Oh, you hoe! Blue balls. Thanks for the blue balls, bitch. You fucking hoe, you gave me blue balls.
minute changes, both
Methodical blue balls,
to
thank
the
you.
melody and to like the expected orchestration, like what we're used to hearing, but it's so good. I just love what they're doing. It almost sounds very
Like, all of this shit doesn't even matter. This is why virginity is so important.
full, like very full.
It's because, like, every fucking time you put a little more effort, it's appreciated, you know? That's why it matters.
like background, I guess, in collaboration with the fullness of his voice. It's just like this swell of
And I mean virginity because it's her first time hearing this song. So she gets the chance to really appreciate every fucking escalation as it happens, basically. And this is why it's so important sexually, too, if you want to go that route. And that's why sex, like, it should be an intimate thing and not just pound and that's it, pound and that's it, pound and that's your kid. No, you don't do that with random people and then go and settle down. No, it's you go and meet the guy that you're gonna be with forever, and then you get your shit pushed in the ass.
sound, and I love it. Yeah.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
Do you hear that? Oh, wow. Like, characteristically, if I were to describe his voice, it's very boomy, but also has, like, just this hint of, like, growl, this hint of raspiness to it. But
You have no
you
idea.
can hear just now, he let go
If
of
she's
that.
never heard Disturbed before,
It was
she
so,
didn't wet herself.
so smooth. Let me...
Of silence, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more.
He's still not let go.
Do you hear how smooth that is when he sings
God, stop
more?
giving me fucking blue balls, bitch.
Naked light I saw
He's not even let go yet.
10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking. People hearing without listening. People writing songs and voices never share.
You heard it. Just a little shred. She didn't catch it, but you heard it. You heard just a little distills, a little rip.
Out listening, people writing songs and voices never share.
Voices, like as he says, voices, like you hear it just a little bit.
And no one dare disturb the sound of silence.
There you go.
There were so many colors in that one. I'm very taken aback by just how gorgeous this cover is.
People hearing without listening.
Oh my. Okay, so the first time he went up, you could definitely hear like that mix. He incorporated some more head voice, but then he just like pushed on it just a little bit to get that kind of like.
She has no idea what's next, dude.
It's just the coolest texture.
You have no idea.
Listening, people writing songs
Mix
and voices.
right there on voices.
Yeah.
Like,
See?
how do you?
See? She gets it. See?
There's so many cool colors. Okay, last time, I promise.
Hearing without listening.
My balls are dead at this point. It doesn't even matter. Like, go ahead. Fucking go ahead.
People writing songs and voices never shared, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fools say now you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you.
Here it comes.
But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence.
There you go.
And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign lashed out its warning. And the words that it was for me.
Look at her. Look at her.
And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls.
Look at her.
Whispered in the sound of silence.
Wow.
I can feel the moisture in her seat.
I know I have a lot of going back to do. I just got overwhelmed. We're going back a lot. I'm sorry. There's just so much good stuff.
No, it's good.
Do not know. Silence like a cancer grows.
Okay,
Yep. Yep.
so I'm so happy.
Number one.
I may or
Number
may not
one.
have like watched some of the music video on mute. I didn't want to ruin it like musically, vocally, but I did want to see sort of like what was gonna happen.
You bitch.
Watching this live, he has such a commanding presence, and
That's why
not,
they're number
you know,
one.
not in a boastful way or like an egotistical way. Just kind of like I don't even know. Like it's a very comforting, commanding presence. And
Right.
that in combination, I mean, you got like a timpani and like orchestra and like all these different things. It's just okay. Here we go.
Hear my words and I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell.
I'm gonna play that again. The other thing I'm loving so much about his voice is from the bottom all the way to the top. It
Chris?
is like one unit. It doesn't feel like there are breaks within his registration. There,
Chris.
of course, there are going to be like these minute differences, but he's not changing anything. And I don't know. It just is so streamlined, and
Like it's like you if like a frozen leaf or something, and then just that'll and that kind of that feeling that'll snap, how pure that line is. That's what I mean. Crisp.
So, what is the word? Homogenous. Like, it's just.
Homogeneous. That's a new word. Oh shit. Define homogeneous. Of the same kind, alike, consisting of parts of all of the same kind. Crisp. Define crisp.
Here's the definition of crisp: of a substance, firm, dry, and brittle, especially in a way considered pleasing or attractive.
Right. Of a way of speaking and writing, briskly decisive, matter of fact, without hesitation, unnecessary detail. A desert of fruit baked with crunchy topping of brown sugar, butter, and flour. That's crisp, baby. A wafer thin slice of potato fried or baked until crisp and eaten as a snack, a potato chip. Give something, especially food, a crisp surface by uh, placing it in an oven or grill. But yeah, he's crisp, or like I don't know.
It's beautiful.
In my arms that I might reach you, but my words, like silent raindrops, fell, echoed in the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign lashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls.
I can't even begin to understand how.
Like you see her, watch her. By the way, not him seeing her.
I can't even
And she's just a fall. Like, fuck, you know.
begin to understand
good.
how he is producing this sound in terms of like the ratio between like his true chords and his false chords, because it sounds so healthy. So I feel like it's not just coming from his true chords, but whatever he's doing,
I don't know what she said, by the way. True chords, false chords, I don't know.
I love how neutral everything still is. He's occasionally will like scrunch up his nose, which is so smart to like get that resonance forward, which I imagine is a great way also for singers. Actually, now I'm kind of like thinking, here's my theory. Okay.
So that's good. That's basically what I do. When I do these calling you outs, I have a theory. This is my feeling. This is what I think is happening. This is how I see it. And I'm just saying it like that is. And that's it. So that's my theory, basically.
Whenever, I mean, because obviously it's one thing to use your true folds, and then I think false chord singing is completely different.
I don't know what that is.
I imagine when you are combining the two, there is a lot of dexterity involved. And most importantly, I imagine singers want to do everything in their power to prevent strain, especially on their true folds. And so just by
to prevent strain. I think he is immune to it at this point. Like Stupefy, Down with the sickness. I don't know.
By putting that resonance forward, I think that's a great way to do that.
Shout.
We tell singers to do that all the time, especially when they're finding and developing their mix, because the more
These are the
headspace and forward resonance you can take advantage of, the less
Oh,
pressure you're going to
shout.
be putting on your neck and on your larynx. And so I wonder if that's one of the it's like a technical thing that he's doing to prevent strain, to make sure he still gets that glorious big boomy sound and that raspiness, and
That,
does it in a way that is sustainable. I don't
yeah,
know.
that's Disturbed.
Burn in the sun.
And he can carry that note that's Disturbed.
Of silence.
I also love that.
What?
I also love that.
What do you love? What do you love? I missed it. I didn't see it. Oh shit, no! I fucking hell.
Completely different. I imagine he's doing you, especially on finding next doing sound sustainable.
Of silence.
I also love that.
Ah, respect. His little kind of like I'm bestowing onto thee, right? That's the whole point of what I do. Is why I do calling you out, not because I'm hating on you, but because I'm trying to point out how he's not, like, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and to find somebody else that does. That's it. It's not hate. Like, it kind of is, but because you're wrong. Like, it's like worshiping somebody who's worshiping 2 plus 2 is 5. Like, no, it's not. It's 2 plus 2 is 4. Oh, you're just hating. No, I'm not. That's just wrong. You're wrong. If you want to call it hate, that just shows you how fucking about you are. Basically, you gotta understand. Like, that message you're carrying is the message, not you. That's why they say don't shoot the messenger, right? Well, don't glorify the messenger either. So
I love seeing an artist do like such a gracious bow or an acknowledgement to an
right.
audience. I think that's so beautiful.
That's why after all my videos go,
Wow, I never in my wildest dreams would I have. I think I like that version like better than any other version of that song I've heard. And I don't say that in any way to discredit any artist, but at the same time, I think
again, credit is not discredited, though the Karens have turned it into such. So
it's so cool when you encounter music and someone just does something with it that you've never heard before. And I think it's so cool when someone has the creativity to do something with it that you've never heard before. A lot of times, and I have to tell my students this all the time, you know, when they're doing cover songs, the more you try to replicate another
so you're a teacher too? Cool.
artist, I feel like the less we hear of you, you know? So it's just when someone has just the ingenuity and the creativity to create something so different, I feel like he was very true to the music and the text, and it was still very impactful. It was just so
That's
different
Disturbed.
than anything I'd heard before. Wow. Okay. His voice is so stunning. I love how full and how rich it is. I love what he's able to do with
It's
it
rugged.
throughout the
It's like
entirety of his range.
it's like a strap of leather, you know, just
It sounds so healthy and it's so captivating.
Yeah.
So I'm learning with a lot of metal bands. Generally, there isn't just like one song that is the summation of who they are or their.
some fakes are like that though.
work.
So
But I am curious to hear something, to hear more of his voice. Wow. Okay, I'm done. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me. And hopefully, I will see you next time.
but yeah, that was definitely a change.
For this recommendation.
I'm gonna go to a point where there you go. There you go.
To an audience. I think that's so beautiful. Wow. I
That's neutral enough. Um, um, basically, I could never do that. I mean, once upon a time, sure. Uh, I'm not saying I could be like. I'm saying I could have been a singer. I had multiple chances when I was younger, but the bands sucked. The people sucked. So I grew up in a bad area, I would say. And I gotta say that's the disconnect between me and you. Your personality versus my personality is because the world I grew up in was a that world, really salty, really sour. Oh, I could do is do this actually, but so but I did grow up with Disturbed. I actually went to one of their bands or one of their concerts. Basically, I think it was just Corn, Disturbed, and there was supposed to be I was fuck up the name, a Trust Company. But what happened was Trust Company didn't show up, so Disturbed played and then played some more. Basically, I think this Corn went a little bit more too. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. But the friends I went with were all they went somewhere. They're on mushrooms. I remember my friend. He got hurt. Basically, what had happened when he was in a mosh pit, and what's funny is he actually stepped out and he banged his head against the wall because the fucking genius moron. But yeah, so I remember going to Disturbed and Corn. Corn is another one. I don't know if they're. I wouldn't say as far as singers, like when I say Corn, I think they're different. Like I think overall their band is pretty good, but it's just the singer, like for Disturbed, is really fucking good, as you have heard. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then again, you hear from her and how she's taking it in, how she has all these different like, oh, this is this, that is that, and like different like responses. And again, it's okay to have that. Basically, like it's called standards. Basically, and you don't just say, "Oh, I like it because everyone else likes it, so I like it too." That's not the right way to go. It's you have standards basically, and if they pass your standards, cool. You know what I'm saying? And also, your standards shouldn't be like, oh, well, you're doing, and you opposed A, so I hate you because I like A and you don't, and you're saying bad things. Like a lot of, like, I don't know, I get a lot of hate. I get a lot of haters, but that's fine. But anyways, yeah. Thank you for the video. Thank you for the watch. It was cool to watch you your first time, basically. I think you said it was your first time. Let's see.
welcome back. You guys know I have.
Hold on.
Welcome back.
That would have been the one. I should have went there. But anyways,
You guys know I have slowly been diving into the world of metal music. I'm loving it.
I think you said this is your first time.
And I'm very excited for today's video. I feel like it's almost sort of a rite of passage here on YouTube. I have not heard the band Disturbed ever.
Yeah.
So this will be my first time hearing and reacting, and we are going to listen to their cover of The Sound of Silence.
I think that's pretty cool. And to be part of that, I appreciate you showing that. That's really cool. I respect it a lot. It was fun to watch you ruin your chair, basically, because you really enjoyed that song. And again, difference in culture, I'm sure, but that's what that is. And I'm a jack of trades. I'm a true master is an eternal student. You know, that whole mindset. I can always learn. I can always pass on knowledge as well. I'm a teacher and an educator myself. And what I do is I teach people how to live. Basically, yeah, how to live life. I'm a psychologist slash philosopher slash alpha king of kings. But yeah, I have some bad stuff about me too. Like the reason why I have a jacket on my right side is because I've been through a lot of shit. But yeah, that's it. So thank you for everything. Yeah, thank you for that. Be well, be happy, be safe, be awesome, and everyone else. Like again, you need to learn how to learn how to investigate, get involved, and find out, and feel it and understand why people when they taste things, what I mean, and then just swishing it around the mouth, and like, oh, there's almond and there's cherry, and it's a little bit milky kind of, that's weird, or whatever it is. But I learn to explore, free your mind, expand your mind, basically, right? And yeah, that'll help stop this tyranny that we're going through. But anyways, be well, be happy, be safe. I'm out. God bless, God speed, God strength. Um, be well, be happy, be safe. Praise Allah, praise the Evan, which is the God in Final Fantasy X. Anyways, peace. See, you talked about that kind of like sign off. Yeah. Anyways, peace.